Potato, onion, and bacon pizza in the Ninja Foodie. And today, I'm going to show you how to make it. You're only going to need a couple ingredients for this recipe. A medium potato, half of a large onion or a medium onion, some garlic, and some pancetta or some bacon. Some smoked bacon will work really well in this, and some olive oil. I'm also going to be using a store-bought pizza dough. I use about half of it. It's a 16-ounce dough. I've got the Ninja Foodie heating up on sear saute. So we're going to start sauteing some of this. We're going to get the pancetta in there, which is like a smoked bacon. So we're going to get that into the pot, and you can hear the sizzle already. Okay. I'm also going to add a little bit of olive oil into that just to keep things moving along. Next, going with the sliced onion and the garlic. Okay, get that all in there. For seasoning, I'm going to keep it real simple here, just a little salt and pepper. So I'm going to let that go for a few minutes. All right, so as you can see, the onions are almost there. They're softened nicely. We want to get a little bit more color on them. So while we're waiting for the onions to get softer and a little bit darker, a little sweeter, I patted dry my potato. Also seasoned it with some salt and black pepper. So we're just going to lay these in here. Because again, we're not looking to crisp them up. We just want to soften them. And now I'm just going to put a lid on them. I've got the Ninja Foodie set to medium-low. So it's going to cook for 5 minutes, 7 minutes or so, just so until the potatoes start getting soft. We don't want them to fall apart either. It's only, I sliced them at about an 1/8 inch thickness, so we don't want them to get too soft. Give it a little stir here. Okay, I'm just going to pull that out, get that into a plate while we get to the next step. Put that aside like this. So I'm going to get some of this flour on the counter here. All right, so we're going to drop that. And now we're just going to stretch this out a little bit. And you can see some of the bubbles in the dough, nice and soft here. When you let it proof, it softens up nicely for you. So we're just going to make it rustic style here. Just slightly stretch it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we want it to cover as much of that base as we can. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the sear. Put that on high. And now there's already oil from the bacon and a little bit of the olive oil that I put in there already there, so I'm not going to add any here. I'm going to get the dough, I'm going to just get it right in there, like that. And we're going to let this go for a few minutes until the base gets nice and toasted. And I'm going to give it a flip when that's done. It's only going to take a couple of minutes, about 3 or 4 minutes. So we want to keep an eye on it. Don't walk away from it. All right, so now we're going to flip this dough here because it looks like it's getting nice and toasted on the bottom. Okay. So, and I'm not adding any more olive oil. I also turned the heat down a little bit because this side here is not going to take as long to cook. So we're going to add the potatoes here. Get the potatoes on. We got some onions on the bottom. We're going to get some onions on the top. Spread that around a little bit. So we're going to let this cook up a little bit longer. After it's done toasting the bottom, another minute or two, I'm going to close the air crisp lid for about 5 minutes until it gets nice and toasty on the outside and the dough is completely cooked. So we want to keep an eye on it so we don't burn it. And I'll bring you back when it's time to taste it. So I'm going to get my oven glove here, my grill armor glove, because we're going to pull this out. This is pretty hot. So now to pull it out, so I'm just going to let it just pull out like this. Nice, huh? Get those potatoes on there. All right. So as you can see underneath, it's a nice color. So I'm going to add, while it's still warm, I'm going to add some grated Parmesan, Parmigiano Reggiano on the top. So it's still warm. I'm going to have this. That's good. Hit it with a little bit of salt because we were a little light on that. So a little bit of salt, a little bit of olive oil to finish it. So let's give this a cut here. We don't want to wait till it cools off too much. So I'm going to give this a cut. Okay, good, beautiful. Potato, onion, and bacon pizza in the Ninja Foodie.